Welcome back to Kind Yoga with Meg. I'm happy to share this next practice with you. We've been working on in class already. Given that we just had a solar eclipse, I figured this would be a good one to get posted as soon as possible, as we have fallen stars in this practice, half moons, crescent moons. There's a lot of atmospheric energy in this practice today. So I hope you enjoy it. Remember to follow your breath, let it be your guide into whatever you're moving into, and just kind of take it lightly and enjoy the journey of your practice today. All right, let's get started as we always do. We will be using blocks today. If you have some, that's great. If not, and I left mine in the car because I do beach yoga and I bring my blocks with me. So I'm going to use a rounded blanket. Just something about block width apart is fine. It's not tragic if you don't have it. We'll need it for some balance and some strengthening. Pillow works fine too. So let's begin as we always do together, seated in our comfortable position, feeling your sits bones connecting with the earth, noticing where your tailbone is at the base of the spine. We begin our practice together by setting a foundation in our physical body, maybe starting to undo the habits and the stresses or the heaviness that's kind of settled into the body. Now we try and kind of relieve it so we can move into our practice, our asanas, our postures, with our breath as our guide, not the rigidity and the resistance we may have left over in our bodies. You can sit up on your blanket or block if you want to. That will help ease some tension in your hips if you feel they're pretty tight today. And just follow your breath. Notice where your breath is as it moves into the body. Does it stop at the top of the chest? Is it able to move down into the belly? Just to notice the pathway of your breath moving in and out of the body. I like to do this when I'm standing in the grocery store and I'm feeling slightly impatient, or I'm in my car. It's just a nice way to check in. Also helps you gain a little bit more mastery over your emotions. If you're starting to feel something rising, take that breath and ride that wave into a little bit more calm. Let's notice where our tailbone is at the base of our spine. Allow it to drop down. And let's take that first breath from the tailbone all the way up the length of the spine, filling up the space between each vertebra of your spine. Notice that your spine ends at the divot at the base of your skull here. So you have all your neck to breathe up through as well. And since we're there, let's take the breath right out of the crown of the head. So feeling that energy building between your tailbone and the crown of your head. Coming back to your true length and energy. When you're ready, take a breath into the center of your chest and allow the space between each rib to open up and expand. Breathe under the arms, breathe underneath those shoulder blades, expand and lift, and then exhale and settle the rib cage down. Feel the shoulders releasing. You might want to wiggle out the fingers a little bit. You may want to wiggle the jaw as tension releases from the neck and chest. And now let's take a breath down into the belly. Breathe between the belly button and lower back. The waistline, maybe breathe into your pelvic floor, expand. And then as you exhale, pull that belly towards the lower back, still lengthening, and lift those lower abdominals off your pelvic floor. Good. Expelling that breath and bringing along with it any anxiety, any tension that might have been knotted in that emotional center. We're releasing it. We breathe in, expand, we find it, we create space. And then you exhale and release what's not nourishing to you. It's also a great way to build that abdominal strength. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale, look up to the sky, wiggle out your jaw. Exhale, chin to the chest, still lengthening that spine. Inhale, roll the head over to the right side. Exhale around the back. We're lifting through that left side all the way back to center. Reverse it. Inhale, left side. Exhale, lifting around the back all the way through that right side and back to center. Beautiful. Roll the head back up. Nice breath in through the nose. Opening the mouth and exhaling. One more time. One short round of pranayama breath holding. Let's inhale for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling. Drag it out. 4, 5. Holding that breath out. Good. Take another breath in. Nice big breath. Exhale. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Roll out the neck a little bit. And let's swing our arms to the side. Welcome ourselves to our practice. We've set the foundation in your body, your heart, and your mind a little bit by settling yourself onto your space of mat, your mat space. Hands to heart center. I wish you balance, stability, and patience throughout your practice. And hopefully you can carry those with you throughout your day. Let's begin. So we're going to grab our blocks in front of us, or your blanket, or your pillow, whatever you have. Let's strengthen up these arms. You're going to inhale the arms above the head, and we're going to hold on. So we don't want the shoulders up around the ears. Let's drop them down, and the upper arms want to be around the ears, but we don't want the head popped forward. So the neck is long, right up through the crown of the head, and the arms are beside. You can always soften the elbows. You can let go of your block if you feel a lot of tension in your traps. Another long breath here. Hold on. Try to let the rib cage points point down towards your hips without rounding, but feel the strength in this box between your hip bones and your rib cage points. Let's get some movement. Inhale. On your exhale, pull your belly button towards your lower back. Round, 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 round. Tuck the chin. Let the block drop with the hands as low as is comfortable. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, you're going to open your elbows to the side. Tuck the chin. Release the block behind the head. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale over to the right side. Just a little side bend and try to twist open just a bit with that top arm and shoulder. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, left side bend, trying to twist open on your right side just a little bit. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we stay for 2 more breaths. So you feel the heat in those upper arms. Try to keep it out of the neck and your traps. You can soften the elbows if you need to. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's release the blocks down and save them there for a little bit later. Excellent work. All right, let's extend those legs out in front. Wiggle inside those hip joints like I always like to do to make sure we're not locked up. Soften up into those knees, and let's get some twists going. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. So it doesn't need to be as deep as my forward fold. Yours might be here, and that is great. Let yourself release into it. Mash those grapes with your feet from the hip joints. Windshield wiper with those feet from inside the hip joints. And then inhale, reach forward, rise up. Let's slide the right foot in with us to start. Let's get the sits bone in line with the heel here. You can have the leg bent a little less if that's comfortable. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Good. Exhale, you're going to turn towards your left leg, so your open side. So you can use your right arm against the inside of your right knee. So that gives you a little leverage. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, and then you're going to exhale and twist. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, twist. You can bend the elbow if you want. You can have your back hand on the ground for a little support. Not to lean into it, but to push off of it, to encourage the length and strength along your spine. Beautiful work. We're going to have some fun and reach forward with our right hand for the left foot, ankle, yoga leggings, or you can grab a strap. You're going to stretch up with your left arm. Maybe this is your maximum on your exhale, maybe reaching up and over. So we don't want to close the left side, we want to keep it open, but we really want to extend. You're going to feel this get to that left lower back, feels so good. Another good breath here. You can bend into that right elbow if you want to deepen it. Notice my body isn't very far, but my arm is reaching. Take an inhale, stretch it up. Maybe you want to stay holding on. Exhale, maybe you want to lift that leg. Really gets into your center body between the belly button and lower back, building that strength. Holding on here, reaching, lengthening, breathing. And then we'll add a little bind to this. If you want, you can release the leg down. You can start with your back hand if that's more comfortable. Try to tuck the fingers to the inside edge of your right leg. If you want to add your front arm, turn the thumb down, reach with your palm, and wrap around that leg. If it doesn't reach, maybe you want to slide it to the inside of your right leg and get your fingertips to reach on the outside edge of your right ribs or around the leg. Wherever you are, you want to lengthen your body on an inhale, and then exhale, try and twist it out again. One more breath here. Wherever you are, lengthen on your inhale, create a little less space to wrap around, and then exhale, twist, and maybe facilitate the bind. Take an inhale, turn to front, stretch it up. Exhale, extend the right leg, fold it over, and let's go to the other side. Inhale, reach forward, slide the left leg in. Exhale, we're opening up to the right side. Right palm can be on the ground or reaching back. Left arm is against the left knee. So the left knee, the left leg is active. Beautiful work. Feel the length in the spine. The exhale is twisting, bringing out toxins. Functional postures. Now let's reach forward if you want to and stretch the back arm up. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. So you reach forward with those fingertips and twist open with that right side body. Feel it targeting that lower back up through the rib cage. Your back should be adjusting beautifully, breathing. It's not a very deep posture. Inhale, you can stretch up with the arm. And on that exhale, if you want to, you can float the leg up. Reach those right fingertips back. They're always there to use as some help on the ground. And then from here, after a few breaths, you can release the leg. Maybe start with your back hand if you want. Tuck it to the inside edge of your left leg. Maybe you're adding the front arm, wrapping around for a bound position. Get those fingers to reach inside or outside of the left leg. And from here, we take an inhale and lengthen the spine. Maybe drop the palms a little bit. Exhale, we're twisting even more. Once more, inhale for length. Exhale and twist. Inhale, let's turn to front, stretch it up, get out of those hips. Exhale, forward, fold. Wiggle it out inside the hips, mash those grapes, windshield wiper. Let's take an inhale, roll it up, stretch those arms, slide the feet in with you. Exhale, let's drop down over those feet. Give a little butterfly stretch here. Release those hips. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's bend those knees. We're going to have some fun. If you saw my last class that I put online, I'm loving these rolling out the spine. So we're going to do it again. It's a little theme. I usually attach myself to something for a few practices. So you're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. You're going to exhale, just roll back. You can hold on to your knees, you don't have to. So we're rolling back to a seated position, but if you're able to, open your feet and come directly to a squat because we're going to finish in a squat in just a moment. Good. Roll out as many times as you want, and then let's find each other in this squat position. Garland pose. You can have a block underneath your hips if that's more forgiving. We want to get our elbows to push these knees open and lengthen up that spine here. And we're just breathing. Good. Nice release for the lower back. Great for digestion here. When you're ready, drop your palms to the earth and just extend your legs back to a plank position. And from here, we're going to make sure we soften those elbows. You can always modify to the knees. You can modify to your forearms. We want the elbows rolled back, pointing to the back. We want the pelvis drop between the heels and the crown of the head. And we're going to go for a yoga run. Drop alternating knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop both knees. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, stay. Inhale, plank position. Exhaling and begin. Yoga running. So we like to say that we're not going anywhere. Some people say, but you're not going anywhere. But in yoga, are we not going anywhere? This is part of the journey. Releasing those knees. Take an inhale, child's pose. Exhale, stay right here. Inhale, tabletop position. Let's walk those hands right under the shoulders here. Again, elbows are pointing back. Slight bend in them so there's no added pressure onto your wrists. Let's extend the right heel back. That would be the other one for me. And rotate the toes and the knee down. So notice how it's almost like my right glute was pointing up. So I'm releasing it down and rotating the toes inward. So I feel the glute firing. Drop the leg down, open it to the outside, up to the sky, to the inside, and let's do that again. Keep internally rotating. This is a theme in the practice today. And 2 circles in the other direction. Keeping the body stable through the core muscles. Stabilize the leg when you're done. Bend the knee, point the flexed foot up towards the sky. And 4 pumps to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the belly strong. Inhale, knee, forehead connection, cat with the back. Let's go back and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, cat position for that spine. Really push the spine up. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, forehead knee connection, hold it. Exhale, foot between the palms. So I usually say don't let go into the hips. Today, let's let go into those hips. And then from here, keep the hips low, but lift your torso. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your palms, one hand over the other, over your tailbone. I want you to give a little energy to the tailbone, down and forward maybe, and lift the heart, maybe looking up. This is going to beautifully get into that inner left thigh. If you have hip flexor issues, this is the one you want. If you're a little adventurous, let's take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Inhale, exhale, maybe you mudra the fingers and you go into a little baby crescent. Very nice. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, open up to your open side again. So we're working the open side today. You can rest your right elbow over your right knee or keep the arm extended. This might feel great right here. This is what you want. Maybe you want to reach your front arm up and rest the fingertips between your shoulder blades, leaning the head against that arm. That's great. Maybe you want to add a deeper quad stretch. Bend your back knee, grab hold of that foot. Really settle into this one. You can add the front arm to this. You can tuck the toes into the elbow if you want as well. Lots of places to go for this. I have lots of cushion under my knee that's bent. That's what you need for this one. Let's inhale, stretch it up, turn the front. Exhale, palms to the earth. And inhale, let's float it back. Child's pose. Exhale, stay. We're going to go directly to the other side. Inhale, tabletop. Secure the hands under the shoulders, soft bend in the elbows. Next inhale, let's bring the left heel in line with the sits bones and turn inwards from the hip joint. Let's drop the leg, open it to the outside, lift it up, bring it to the inside. Let's do that one more time. Keep this belly and the body stable. And then let's reverse it. 2 circles in the opposite direction. Waking up the hip joint, grinding out the rust in there. When you're done, bring your leg to still and soften your knee. Flexed foot facing the sky. 4 pumps. 1, keep the belly strong. 3, 4, inhale, rounding knee to forehead connection. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really nice. Here we go. Rounding, stretch it out. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, round, 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 round. Hold it. Exhale, foot between the palms. Release into the hips. Inhale, stretch her up. One hand over the other. Reverse whichever one was over on top before. A little energy into the tailbone, down and forward. Maybe lifting the heart and looking up. Maybe you want to pull the elbows together a bit more. Maybe the shoulder blades. Feel good in this. Feel like you can breathe and you're getting that stretch down the body, down the inner thigh of your right side. If you feel okay in your lower back, inhale, release the hands up to the sky, maybe bringing the palms together. Exhaling, letting go, lifting your heart and opening it. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, opening to your right side. You can rest the left elbow if you want. Feeling the length and strength of this posture. You can use your front hand to reach back between the shoulder blades. You can bend the back leg, holding on, releasing more into those hips. You can tuck those toes into that elbow, maybe reaching the front arm up and back as well. And we're breathing. Enjoying the stretch, allowing it to happen, backing off if you feel you can't catch your breath. Let's take an inhale, turn to front, stretch it up. Exhale, palms to the earth. Inhale, float it back. You can open up the knees for this child's pose if you want. Now we take a few breaths. All right, let's keep it moving. If you feel ready, take an inhale. Pass through a tabletop position. Tuck those toes. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog, and heel toe out these feet. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Stay here, exhaling. Inhale, I want you to walk your hands forward with your shoulders directly over those hands until you feel like your heels are just about to peel off. Don't let them. And then when you get to that position, exhale and push off the earth. So you're lengthening the space between your fingertips and the lower back. Shake out that head, neck, and jaw. And inhale, walk the hands back to the feet. Exhale, stay. And let's do it again. Walking the hands forward, shoulders stay over those hands, heels stay grounded. You can bend the knees if you want. And then on an exhale, pushing it back. Shake out the head, neck, and jaw. Feel the belly release in towards that lower back, and maybe it travels up towards your rib cage. And when you're ready, inhale those palms back towards the feet. Jostle side to side, maybe bending into each knee, maybe bending into the hip, maybe creating a little rhythm in that movement, connecting the bend in the hip and the knee, and then the other side. Little figure eights. Adding the head, neck, and jaw. And when you want to, come to still. Soft knees or bent knees for your roll up, but all I ask is that the belly is the first thing that happens by pulling into the lower back. So that's your motor, your strength, and you are rolling up bone by bone of the spine, dragging yourself out of a vat of molasses. And you roll up through each vertebra of your spine, right through that neck, out of the crown of the head. If you want to, you can add the arms. And come to your mountain pose. You could stop at heart center, check in, open up those palms. Take a moment to find out where your tailbone is. Let's release it and lift those lower abdominals. Roll out the shoulders, feel the soles of your feet, and feel the length and the strength brewing in your body. We're going to go into our first flow. We're going to need the blocks for this one. We're going to have some fun transitioning to Warrior 3. So you're going to put the blocks at the end of your mat here. You can use 1 or 2 blocks. It's up to you. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, let's forward fold. You can soften the knees if you want to. Inhale, rising up slightly. Exhale, bring yourself down to a plank position, however that works for you. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, pulling through. Variations at your ability. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look forward to your blocks, bend your knees. Exhale, you can walk your feet or hop them towards those blocks. Let's place our hands on our blocks here. And from here, you're going to take an inhale. You can soften your knees and float your left foot back. Get that heel in line with your hip and turn the toes and the knee down. Same way we just did. Energize this back leg. Really give it energy. Give it a purpose. Its purpose is to keep you in balance. And let's see if we can get up to fingertips. From here, maybe release the hands to your leg or heart center. You can straight knee or bent knee supporting leg. And we float. Inhale, float the knee forward to wherever you're comfortable. Interlace the fingers over top or underneath. Inhaling, looking up, maybe just a bit. Exhale, maybe tailbone moves forward. Inhale, transition back to a Warrior 3. Push the heel back. Exhale, stay. Inhale, transition forward. Exhale, stay. Take an inhale, lift up just a little bit. Exhale, stay. And then inhale, bring that leg back, straight leg, 45 degrees for that foot, and stretch those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway is where we stop. We're going to transition to triangle, but we stop because we want to pull the right hip back. As we reach those fingertips forward, you can have them above the knee or on a block. Take an inhale here. Exhale, palms to the inside edge of your right foot. Your block now can be under your right hand. It's up to you. Take an inhale, reach the left fingertips forward. Exhale, reach them up to the sky. Good. Feel that beautiful length from fingertip to fingertip. And feel the length in your spine. So breathe from your tailbone. That energy right out of the crown of the head. Nice work. Inhale, twister open. Exhale. You can bring the hand forward or to the side, right back to the ground. Take an inhale, bend into the front knee, walk your hands forward. You are on your back toes. We're going into a modified side plank. Inhale, open to the right side, turn both toes to the right side. You're on the outside edge of your left foot. If you feel you can, reach your right fingertips up to the sky. Let's take an inhale and lift those hips a little bit more. Keep the right knee opening. If you're able to, take an inhale and stack the foot on top of the left or in front. And if you want to take this one step further, we're going into like a mini fallen star. Opening the right leg, stretching the knees, lifting the heart and pelvis, reaching the right arm back. Beautiful posture. Take an inhale, exhale, palms to the earth, toes to the earth, and chaturanga down. Let's connect it. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Let's get ready. Take an inhale, look forward. Bend the knees, exhale, hop or walk those feet to meet the block. Your block is here ready to work for you. Inhale, let's float the right leg back. Heel in line with your hips. Turn the toes and knee down. Energize that leg. Let's see how fingertips work for our balance. Let's see how it is to release the hands, maybe to the knee, maybe to heart center. All right, let's get it some movement. Inhale, float forward. You can grab hold of the knee if you're able. Stay on the exhale. Inhale, maybe motivating up. Exhaling the hips forward a little bit. Inhale, let's float back to warrior three. Exhale, stay. Let's move it again. Inhale, float the knee forward. Grabbing hold, exhale. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, maybe the pelvis moves forward just a touch. And we move on to something else, which is inhaling the leg back. Feet at a 45-degree angle for the back foot. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhaling, halfway fold. This is where we check in with this left hip that it's not popping out. We want to pull it back to get ready to release into triangle. Take an inhale. Exhale, palms to the earth inside of that left foot. You can put a block underneath the left hand. Inhale, right fingertips forward. You can rise up slightly. Exhale, twist it open. Feel that gorgeous length from fingertip to fingertip, but also the length between your tailbone through the spine, out of the crown of the head. Big breaths here. Let's have some fun. Inhale, twist it open. Exhale, palms to the earth, bend into your front knee, you're on your back toes. Nice low lunge. Inhale, open the toes to the left side, you're bent on your left knee, and extend the fingertips up to the sky. Let's inhale and lift the hips a little bit more. Feel how that gets into that left hip so beautifully. Nice. If you want to, you can stay here or you can move on. Inhale, left leg floats over the right for a side plank. Good. And if we're moving to a mini fallen star, you're going to bring your left leg to the other side. Knees are straight. Reach into those left fingertips. Lift the pelvis, lift the heart. We're breathing. I love how the heart opens in this and the belly's completely exposed. Such an opening posture. Take an inhale. Exhale. Plank through your chaturanga if you're able. Bend the knees if you want. Inhale, pulling through. Open the heart. Exhale, pushing back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, hop or walk those feet to meet those hands. Flip your wrists. Exhale. Stay in a nice deep sleeping chair. And let's inhale, pull the belly through the lower back. Bone by bone of the spine guides you up to your standing posture. Swing those arms around. Hands through heart center. Opening those palms. Feeling the energy moving through the body. Such a nice wave of energy that moves through the body, and then it kind of just becomes part of you and settles your whole being down. Beautiful. Okay, we can move this block out of the way for now. And we'll move into our second flow. This one has a half moon in it. So we've done our crescents, done our fallen stars. Okay, we're almost there. We've almost got the universe covered. Inhale, stretch those arms up. We're going to move through the beginning quickly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, rise up slightly. Exhale, soften into the knees. Hop or walk plank through your chaturanga. Inhale, let's thread it through. Exhale, pushing back downward dog tripod because your right leg raises. Inhale, let's float that foot between the palms. Stay low in the hips and the knee. Inhale, stretch it up. This is where we all catch up. Exhale. Palms over the tailbone. Same way we did before. If you want to go back to the one we explored before, just drop the knee. If you feel okay, allow the pelvis to pull forward just a little bit. Soften into that front knee. Try not to arch into the back. Release the tailbone. And if you want to and you feel ready, inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhaling. Breathing. Inhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Exhale, palms to the earth. I'm going to move myself back just a little bit. We have a limited space here. Walk the hands forward. Get the right hand in front of your right foot. You may need a block, so decide how you want to progress. And then push yourself off your back foot, bringing the weight over your front. Energize your left leg. Turn the toes and the knee up to the sky from your hip joint. When that happens, your hip is going to stack over your right. And then you're going to have your left rib cage opening. And at some point, your left hand's going to have to commit, either staying on the ground. If you feel okay, float the hand to your hip, maybe up to the sky. Maybe you're releasing onto your right fingertips. Energize the space between the heel and the crown of the head and between your fingertips. There it is. One good breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the feet together. Go into a sleeping chair. Round that spine. Release the head, neck, and jaw. Fingertips forward. Sits bones pull back. Little invisible stretch. And allow the hands to just float back underneath the head here. Let's take an inhale, roll it up bone by bone of the spine, swinging those arms to the side. And bring your hands to heart center. I was going to go right into the other side, but it felt so good to just slow it down for a sec. Opening those palms. Let's get the other side of our half moon going so we can have a full moon. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up slightly. Here we go. Exhale, palms to the earth, hop or walk, plank chaturanga. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, pushing back, tripod down dog because your left leg floats. Inhale, bring that foot between the palms. And then inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, palms over the tailbone. Modify as you like. Giving a little energy into the tailbone, forward and down. Lifting the heart and maybe looking up. Bend a little deeper into that front knee. It will help. When you feel ready, if you do, inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale. Letting go. Lifting your heart so you don't pinch your back. Nice work. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, palms to the earth. And move myself back again. And then let's walk those hands in front. Left hand in front of the left foot. You can use the block if you want. And come off of your right foot. Start turning the toes up to the sky. The knee. Feel how it's opening up into the hips. If you have tight hips, this will be difficult. But we've been working up to it the whole practice. Your rib cage is now stacking right on top of the left. The right hand might want to release to the hips, maybe up to the sky. Maybe you're straightening all the limbs. One good breath. Inhale. Exhale. Sleeping chair. Ooh, that was a wobbly one on that side. Let's fingertip those fingers forward, pull those sits bones back, invisible stretch. Slide the hands back under those shoulders, hang for a second. And let's inhale, roll it up bone by bone of the spine, swinging those arms to the side. Exhale. Hands through heart center. Open up those palms. Such good energy circulating through the body. Roll out those shoulders. Rock the neck side to side. Let's go into a nice stretch. So let's open our feet about mat width apart. Toes about 45-degree angle. Oh, we're not going to stretch just yet. Inhale up. Exhale, bend into your right knee and go into a little right side bend. Inhale, stretch back up. Exhale, left knee bends, left side bend. Now we're going to have some fun. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, bend into that right knee. And then bring the weight over your right foot. And extend into that left leg. Once you have a straight line, crown of the head to heel, then you start tipping. You can put your hands over this knee, bend deeper into it. Hands on the hips. Extend over the head. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Get the weight off of your right foot. Energize that leg. And let's tip. Modify any way you need to. Make sure your lower back is not taking this. Very nice. Good energy. Inhale, stretch it up. Heels behind the toes. Exhale, forward fold. We have earned this fold. Walk those hands to the feet. Find the rhythm in your movement. Sway side to side and then add the knees. Add your hips. Shake out that head, neck, and jaw. Beautiful. Inhale to fingertips. Exhale, soften those knees. Inhale, hands above the knees and lengthen the spine. Exhale, stay right here. And now at your own pace, you're going to drop. We'll start with the left shoulder. Use the left hand to push the left knee open and look up to the sky. And then you switch. So you come back to neutral and then drop your right shoulder. Use your right hand to push the right knee open. Look up to the sky. And you can drop side to side at your comfort. Get into the back, the inner thigh. Nicely done. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, stretch her up. Exhale, feet together, hands through heart center. All right, let's take it down to the ground, back to the earth. Inhale, stretch it up. You can do your full squat down on your tippy toes today if you want, or stay on your heels. And we start with an exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep your belly strong. Keep the tailbone from popping out. We get closer and closer. The closer you get, the less daunting it is to fall. Drop to the heels. Oh, beautiful. Extend up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward, rise up, slide the feet in with you, and then exhale, push the feet away, hands through heart center, just a little bit more for the abdominals. Let's butterfly those knees. Open the knees to the side, soles of the feet touching, extend the arms up overhead. Nice big breath here. Open your arms to the side like airplane wings. Take another big inhale. And then exhale, close your right knee over your left. You can float it a little higher. You can use your left hand to encourage the right knee to come higher. Keep your right shoulder on the ground. Real gentle spinal twist. Nothing acrobatic here. Find your breath again. Take an inhale. Exhale, the belly pushes the lower back to the earth. That opens up the right knee, coming back to your nice butterfly position. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's close the left knee over the right. You can use your right hand if you want to encourage the knee a little bit higher. Notice the difference in both lower backs, in the hips. Which side's giving you a little bit less resistance? Let's inhale. And on your exhale, the pressure from your belly guides your lower back to the earth. opening that knee. Let's extend the arms up overhead one more time. Big breath in. Let's bring those knees over the belly. Rock them side to side. Feel them moving around your lower back. And then squeeze them in a little bit more. Maybe you want to lift the tailbone. Maybe you want to bring your forehead to the knees. Hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Slide the legs away. Oh, extend the arms. Let your head release to the ground. And take the time to allow the practice to settle into your body. Take a nice big breath into your belly. And then exhale and just allow the belly to gently settle back towards the earth as it releases that breath. Feeling good right now. Gently start to wiggle into your fingers and toes, circles for the ankles and wrists. Maybe you're rocking your head a bit. When you feel ready, slide or float your feet towards your sits bones, bending at the knees. Allow them to drop to whichever side feels comfortable. You roll yourself to that side and then take a moment here. Nice comforting posture. And then from here, just use your palms to push off of so there's no strain into your lower back. And we return back to our seated position. Hopefully feeling the benefit of our practice already. A little less resistance in this seated position. A little more space to breathe. A little bit more space in the energy around you. The sky's the limit for you today. You've touched on some crescent moons, some half moons, and some stars. Keep breathing deeply today. Give yourself space. Give yourself time. Be gentle with yourself. Gather all the beautiful energy you've created around yourself today during your practice. Exhale, bring it to heart center. Tuck it in. I like to tuck it in so later I can dig it out with a breath when I need it. Remembering that you're whole and complete. Armed and ready for whatever's coming your way. Thank you for joining me, sharing your energy and your breath.